Let's try that again. Hello, everybody. All right, I know there's a word in Finnish, sisu. You guys know what sisu is? It's grit. It's being tough. To be successful as an entrepreneur, you need to be tough. So I'm going to be talking about that today a little bit, the Entrepreneur Survival Kit, the things that you need to know. Now, what is survival? For many of you, you might think of something like this. A bunch of tools that you can survive in the Finnish wilderness or a Scandinavian outback. That's not what I'll be talking about today. Survival in a startup is not giving up because a company dies when the founder gives up. Right? A lot of people say it's money, it's market, or it's the model. None of that is true. The truth is the company dies when the founder gives up. But it's not just the founder, it's when you give up. That's right, you. All right? So the real question as a founder is, how do you survive, right? How do you thrive, and how do you stay healthy, right? And you're doing this when it's fucking hard, okay? Starting a company, running a company, building a company is one of the hardest things that you can do. I liken it to, and basically you're unhappy the entire time. So if you look on the matrix back up there, you're gonna see like basically if you work on McDonald's, you're pretty much unhappy and you have low impact. Unfortunately, as a startup CEO, a successful startup CEO is unhappy, but they have a big impact. And an unsuccessful CEO is unhappy with no impact. So it's a tough life to live. The struggle is harsh, right? The pain is intense. The hardship hurts for real. The losses are real, and it's personal. It's you. Again, you. So giving up is super easy. A lot of famous people, these are all people throughout history that have committed suicide at the peak of their career. These are artists, but entrepreneurs face struggles. They give up all the time. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we know that makes entrepreneurs successful. And then I'm going to give you 5 tips to use in your day-to-day life to be successful in your journey. So first, we've tested over 20,000, close to 30,000 entrepreneurs around the world, and we've measured their success over time. What we know is that you need to think on your feet. There's an attribute called fluid intelligence. Fluid intelligence measures how quickly you can learn and apply a rule set. And it's super important as an entrepreneur, especially a successful entrepreneur, to quickly learn and quickly apply rules. This is a fact. In addition, you need to be open-minded. You have to take data in from the world. You have to accurately understand that data and then use your fluid intelligence to apply that data to the problems that you're facing. And again, we know this from testing nearly 30,000 entrepreneurs and watching them over time and how they succeed. Last but not least, you need that sisu that I brought up in the beginning. You need to be tough. So as the problems and challenges of entrepreneurship hit you, you need to struggle to keep positive. You need to struggle to keep your head up. You need to struggle to keep believing in what you're trying to do, because it's really hard to be an entrepreneur, so you have to be really tough to succeed. But for all the entrepreneurs in the room, you already knew that, all right? You know that you need to learn quickly. You know you need to be open-minded, and you know that you need to be tough. So I'm gonna give you 5 lessons that will help you to do that in your entrepreneurial journey. okay? So there are 5 things. These are all super valuable, and let me give you a second about how I know. I've been an entrepreneur for 23 years. I've had the success of building approximately $2 billion of shareholder value directly, and then through the Founder Institute, we've created about $30 billion of shareholder value worldwide. These are lessons that I have picked up over the years and work with me, and I use them every day. So the first is the push. As an entrepreneur running your business, it's easy to become complacent with everything that you do. And you're gonna set goals and objectives each year on how to grow and things that you wanna do. What I recommend is the following: have the time and triple the amount. So if you say, hey, I wanna get 100,000 customers in 6 months, say, you know what? I wanna get 300,000 customers in 3 months. So take your goal that you think is aggressive and have the time and increase the volume. For me, when I started the Founder Institute 7 years ago, we said to the world, we wanna launch 1,000 technology companies per year. People said to us, that's insane. Back then there was Y Combinator and Techstars as well as us, and they were doing maybe 20 companies a year each. So to lay out a marker of 1,000 companies a year was just insanely ambitious compared to the market at the time. And right now we should do about 2,000 companies over the next 12 months. So setting those ambitious, aggressive goals is super important to be successful as an entrepreneur. The next one I'm calling the flip decision, and this might take a second to explain. So as an entrepreneur, you're facing decisions every day. These decisions are extremely complicated and they're life and death. Your business will survive or die based on the decision that you make. Your goal is to convert that from a multivariate decision down to a binary decision. A yes or no, a hire or not hire, a fundraise or not fundraise, and then just choose. And let me explain why. 50% of the time you're gonna get it right, and 50% of the time you're gonna get it wrong. Now, in the 50% of the time that you get it wrong, your company could die. However, 25% of the time you can recover. So half of the time that you pick the wrong way, you can fix it. So 75% of the time that you make a quick decision, you can save it or get it right. So just make the decision. Stop waiting. You should get enough data to make an informed decision and then just decide. Hire quickly, fire quickly, make the decisions quickly. You'll be able to survive 75% of the time. I'll tell you, waiting or delaying is a decision, and it's generally a bad decision. So faster is better, and 75% of the time you can survive. So the second lesson, the flip decision. Third lesson, I call it the plan cascade. So we are at the Founder Institute, run a bootstrap company, right? We create 2,000 businesses a year. We've raised no money, all right? Well, how the hell do you do that? That's a big impact with no investment capital. Well, we have to make payroll every month. We have to keep operations going. So we create a series of plans whenever we're in a tight spot. Plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D, right? And then we work on each plan, sometimes in parallel, sometimes in serial, but we never run out of cash, we never miss payroll, because I have a cascade of plans to address any problem that I'm facing, and I work through that cascade to ensure success. The next one I'm calling the breakaway, lesson number 5. You gotta get away. You're working I'll work between 80 and 115 hours a week, and sometimes I'll go 2 years without a vacation. That's not good. You need to find a way, whether it's playing a video game, going on a date, meeting up with your friends for beers, you need to introduce some time for yourself while running your business if you want to succeed, if you want to be healthy. And last but not least, the fifth point is the network. So in 1997, almost 20 years ago to today, I gathered a group of friends of mine and I started something which was a poker list. And every Tuesday night, a group of like-minded entrepreneurs got together and played poker. That created a network of like-minded people building startups around the world that became friends and colleagues. Fast forward 20 years, these are some of the most successful people on the planet. Forge a network today of like-minded peers to share your ideas with, share your struggles with, share the ups and downs, the personal problems, the non-personal problems. That network will be an invaluable resource for you over time. Nobody understands what you're going through as an entrepreneur. You know that. You're alone, you struggle, and again, it's super easy to give up, right? But remember, a company dies when the founder gives up. And so you believe, right? You believe in what you're doing and you need to harness that power. Because I know and I deal with thousands of entrepreneurs around the world. If you believe in what you're doing, then you will change the world. I have seen it countless times, from the great founders of our time like Elon Musk to the up and coming founders of our time. It all boils down to you. So no time is better than the present. For the entrepreneurs out there, I hope that the tips have been super helpful. For the aspiring entrepreneurs in the room today, there's really no better time like the present to get started. So with that said, I really want everyone here to leave the room today, to leave the conference today, and take their business seriously, to follow what they believe and change the world. Because the world today is broken, all right? The industries, the politics, the entirety of our human civilization is fucked. And the only way that we're gonna fix it is with you getting off your ass and making a difference in the world, pursuing what you dream, and righting the ship. The challenge, our future, is in your hands. Literally, you will make the industries that fix the world today. So you are the future. We need you pursuing your dream. And if you do that, the world will be a much better place for everybody. So from me to you, I hope and I pray that you will do something about it and make a great company that we all can be proud of. So thank you very much, everyone. Have a lovely afternoon.